What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. Before we get started, drop me a like, a comment and a subscribe. That'd be fantastic, and I appreciate all of your support. Not a lot of news, so it's just a bit of a quick chat again. I don't know if the 5-minute videos are good or not, but I try to get to 5 minutes, I guess. Usually I do between 10 and 14 minutes, but yeah, not a lot going on. So first of all, the Rodrigo links that I saw to do with the Galatasaray links. Looks like I saw one article. I was sort of like, oh, I wonder if this is just a bit of fake news, if this is actually really a thing. But it's been confirmed that they're genuinely interested in him. Obviously, he's 31 years old now. And it's a bit of a dilemma because, and I spoke about it yesterday, because you sort of think, is it worth taking the money? But it's who we're selling to, and Victor Order has said, or claims to have said, that he wouldn't sell to those guys. I don't mind saying the names, you know. Yeah, I know what they did was wrong, but I don't mind calling them Galatasaray. But yeah, so looks like that may be a deal that happens. He'd be looking to be a starter still, and I do wonder if he'd be playing attacking mid if he leaves, who would go in there. Maybe an Aronson. Maybe Aronson's a backup player to play with those two midfielders. With Adams and Mark Rocker, it could be a case of, you know, there's a ball-winning midfielder and the other one's a ball-playing midfielder, and we know that Aronson's good on the ball. So maybe that's what he's they're looking to do with it. I'm not too sure. I thought maybe he'd be the attacking midfielder. But yeah, who knows? I think it's interesting though if he does go. I mean, he's been okay for us. I wouldn't say he's been fantastic. I thought he looked good under Jesse Marsh. But yeah, looks like the links are starting to grow a bit more and more as we go with Rodrigo. So we'll see how that develops. But a few more people sort of reporting it now. Nathan Collins, the Burnley defender, young bloke we were looking at, centre back. Looks like he's going to Wolves, or that's where he's touted to have gone. Yeah, it's probably fair enough. I don't think we need another centre half, unless it was going to improve the starting two, which, look, you know, it's going to have to be a really good player to improve. I do really believe that Robin Koch and Struijk are the way to go. I think they've got both very, very good defenders. I'm buzzing to see that both of these guys in Queensland. I think Struijk was on there. If he's not, then yeah, correct me, but I'm pretty sure he was on the list of defenders going there. But Robin Koch definitely was. So it's hard to keep up with what was on the list because yeah, there's a bit on there. But yeah, excited to see those guys, and I just don't think we need another centre back, if I'm really honest with you. Which is why this next link. I mean, there's a bit of a link with America on this one, with being American, but Chris Richards, Bayern Munich centre half. He's only 22 years old. He's linked, or Jesse Marsh has dropped hints that he's interested in him. We don't need a centre half. There's a few people that have said we're going to be looking at a left back. Not saying who, they haven't said who. I think Conor McGilligan at the One Leeds fan channel made mention to him having a link, somebody that sort of linked Leeds to left backs, and there's a few on the list, but he couldn't. He sworn to secrecy, he said, so I'm not too sure who those are. He spoke about Charlie Taylor before, and I actually really like the idea of Charlie Taylor. He's 29. He's coming towards the end of his career. It's probably his last big contract. He's a Leeds lad, and at the end of the day, you've got competition there for Firpo and him, and I think that would actually be a great acquisition. I think you can get him for cheap. I think he would do a job. I think he would take Firpo's spot within 5 games. If not the preseason, and I think that would be the perfect replacement. There's also talks that we've been in chats with Ben Foster's agents, about bringing him in. He's 39 years old. We know he's a good, experienced goalkeeper. I would love that because he would put content about Leeds on his channel. Already watch it anyway, but it'd be so much better. He has indicated before that he would like to come to Leeds. He thought the Allen Road atmosphere is unreal, or thinks that it's unreal. So yeah, and we need an experienced goalkeeper. We need an upgrade at left back or competition. Like I said, it doesn't I think Firpo has looked okay in his first game. You know, it's one game, and there was 1 or 2 games last year he looked all right, but who knows what a good preseason under his belt might mean. You know, a bit of confidence, a good preseason, get a bit of competition in for him, and who knows, maybe he's sorry, that bloke was waving at me because he thought I waved at him. A bit of competition, and yeah, who knows? I think Charlie Taylor will be the way to go, especially if you're looking at a cheaper option, someone you don't have to spend as much money on. It's just probably hitting the wage bill, that's all. But rather than going and getting a superstar in that's worth a lot of money, I think Charlie Taylor will be the way to go. But yeah, so Chris Richards, I went on a bit of a tangent. Again, he's a centre back. He's young, American, but I don't think we need a centre half unless he's looking to come in and really, you know, start. He is touted to be a bit of a wonder kid, I guess you'd call him. I don't know. But he's touted to be a very, very good player. But there is a host of La Liga clubs looking at him. I believe there's other German sides looking at him. There's Leeds. But that's more of a monitor. Like, I think they're sort of monitoring a situation. I don't think there's actually a full-on link there. I think that is sort of, I guess Marsh is probably interested in him. But again, I don't want this to become the USA national team. I don't want this to be Salzburg as well. You know, we've got some good players out of those. You know, we've got some good American players in. We've got some good Salzburg players in. Let's leave it there. Let's not get too crazy with America and Salzburg. I know the times were good there for Jesse Marsh, but it doesn't mean that we need the whole squad. And last but not least, there is 2 links, not links, but there's 2 players in the bookies that are quite short odds. First being Danny Ings. Now, I've always liked Danny Ings as a player. He's obviously a bit older now. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think he'd be close to 30, if not 30 years old. In his day, very, very good player. He might be a bit younger than 30, actually. I can't remember. Anyway, he's above 25. I'm pretty sure he's above 25 years old anyway. Very injury prone. You bring him in as a backup striker, but then again, you know, where does he'd want to start? He'd want to be, if he's on the bench, he wouldn't want to fall behind Joe Gelhardt. And at this point, I don't want Joffrey to be hindered by us transferring a striker in that we don't need. A few good points that maybe if we do bring a striker in, it means we go to a 4-2-2-2. And I think that'd be the case, because if it's just going to play a 4-2-3-1, then it'll be a goalkeeper and a left back, and we're pretty much done. Although I do believe we need a striker to come in, because the Lord Bamford will get injured at some point, because at this stage it seems like nearly a certainty. And obviously Joffrey isn't ready to start yet. So Callum Wendo's my pick. I really want to bring him in. A few people have sort of made mention that he is further down the list. Obviously, De Ketelaere would have been number 1, but we're not going to get him. AC Milan are looking like they're going to get him. He wants to go to Milan. Bruges want to sell to us because we're offering more money, of course. But yeah, look, Callum Wendo would be the way to go. The other one, Maxwell Cornet, it looks like we've got short odds on him, but I think he's going to Chelsea, because I think they're looking at bringing him in instead of Rafinha, because Rafinha didn't want to go to Chelsea, as you all know. Look, I love Maxwell Cornet. I think he's very, very good. He can play left back. I believe he played left back, or he played full back at Burnley, as well as he can play on the wing or up front. He can sort of do anything up the wing and up front, if need be. Yeah, I think he goes to Chelsea. I don't think he'd want to come to Leeds over Chelsea if the offer's there. So that's a bit of a non-starter, but there is short odds on him, so who knows. And with that, I'll wrap up on Rafinha. So that deal looks like it's actually been formally submitted. 49 million or 50 million up front from the look of it, and the rest of the money in installments. I don't know where they're getting the money from. I don't know how they're still owing all those players. The other one is apparently they owe PK money as well. It's just ridiculous that they're paying for Rafinha by using money they owe other people. So, hey, if that's how you want to run your club and that's the sort of people in club you want to be, then sure, whatever. We'll take your money. You can have Rafinha and we'll move on. But yeah, appreciate all your support. Again, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Oh yeah, Leeds landed, and they put a video out about the training session. It looks very, very good. I wish I was there at the training session, but no, I'll be up there on Sunday, and I cannot wait. But yeah, I'll speak to you in the next video. Peace.